Damn, it's been a couple months. We've been in more of a yin state, meaning more introspective, more winding down, well, less of it all. There was a lot of, I guess it's all self-induced, but I was going to say self-induced chaos towards the end of the year last year, 2024. I would say between Halloween all the way, or maybe the beginning of October all the way to Christmas almost. Just a lot. There's a lot of whirlwind of emotions, a lot of pain, I guess. But through pain comes growth. When you deal with something traumatic, that time of the year, whether you're thinking about it or not, it still will hit you. You'll still deal with whatever it was because, you were in that spot in the universe. This guy's too late. Oh, not my lane. Everything aligns and you're like, oh, why am I feeling this way? Well, because you went through some shit last year, dude. And that's what I've kind of realized. Like last year was a lot of it for this person. There's a lot of learning how to go through this world. Where am I supposed to go? What am I supposed to do? Just a lot of that, a lot of confusion. Not knowing the path, and that's part of the path. Is not knowing, which is the hardest part. When you're like, what am I supposed to be doing? Why is everything falling apart? Well, and so you can step forward into the life that you meant to lead. And I know these are words when you're dealing with the question marks over your head, the question marks in your life. It's like, well, these words mean absolutely nothing. It's painful. It's like, it could be looking around for work. It could be looking for a new partner. Be that is just something that's going to happen. What I hear a lot from all these people that are way smarter is that you just got to hone in on your intuition, hone into your higher self. Not voices in your head. You're just nuts. But the moments of clarity is when you are going to hear the messages. And if you're in a deep meditative state, these things will come and they'll almost feel like a smack over the head. I got a few messages and they were great and they helped. And now I'm realizing 2025 is all about taking what was given, all these little foundational steps that were made, and building a house, moving forward, catching stride. But you're going to have to take action, right? I can't just sit there in meditative state, get the messages, and be like, oh, cool, sweet, it's all coming. Oh, I've manifested, state of abundance, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, a lot of things will come naturally, but when it's like, oh my God, it's telling, all right, waking up early and meditating more, doing more of the things I'm supposed to be doing, right? And it shouldn't feel resistance. It should just feel like, all right. If you feel like, oh, I gotta grind, that's not, it's not it. You're going the wrong way. These things that come through manifestation and deep meditations, they're just gonna feel like, go do it. Just go do it. And you'll feel kind of zen with it. It won't be easy. It won't necessarily be fun, but it will be, all right. This is what it's going to bring me if I do these things. And that can be the hardest part for sure. Right. For me, I'm hearing that I need to be getting up earlier, doing my work before I have to start the other works, right? Doing my Qigong and then going about my day and staying up a little bit later to do more work. That's not going to be really difficult. I mean, I'm not really doing anything in those times anyway. So I'm either sleeping or I'm messing around on YouTube. All we have is now. All we have is that present now. And the more that we are aware that all we have is the present now, or we can do something with it. I'm not my past. I'm not the bills that get sent to me digitally. Schrodinger's cat would say they're not real. Still going to pay them. I'm not my concerns in the future, right? I get my own worries. How am I going to get to school? How am I going to pay rent? How am I going to pay rent at the clinic? How am I going to do all these things? I get a lot of guidance and get a lot of help. I surround myself with the right people. And through this, these things are coming. I don't know how. That's the worst part. That's what I was talking about before. The uncertainty of it all. But if you do the things, you stay the path, they always work out. Everything always works out. Nothing's always fun in the moment, but it always works out. And so for you, whoever you are, if you're dealing with that uncertainty, if If you're like, I don't know what to do, and you're looking around. Try not looking. Try just sitting in some meditation, getting past that monkey mind, controlling the breath, going into the depth of your own body so that your head is clear. And when the antenna is not sending out a million signals, it can receive. Easier said than done. I recommend using things like Hape and Mabe, having a developed practice where you sit in these states and you can receive. If you're always going, how can anything come through? It's probably trying to come through now, right? It's like making a phone call and you can't receive a phone call. In the old days, if you didn't have call waiting, if you're on the phone, no one could call you, you wouldn't get that beep. Essentially what you're doing, you're on AOL online, tying up the phone line, get off, get into the moments of quiescence, quiet. These things will come through. Hello, be mindful of these few things. Be mindful of the false spiritual bullshit. Because there's a lot of that. There's a lot of people out there spouting it. There's a lot of people out there pretending. Less and less people that actually walk the path, that talk about walking the path. And the more in tune you become with it, your connection to the divine, connection to your higher self, finding that clarity, you can see it. You can pick it out real quick. You'll hear it in the voice. You'll see it in their posture. It's bullshit. Someone hopped up to the gills on SSRIs and not going to talk to me about meditation or their intuition. You're all clouded up on pills. You have no idea what you're talking about. When you talk about like food is medicine, the more clean your diet is, which I mean, we're all coming off the season of cookies and cake and pie and crap and alcohol. The clearer that all is, the less disruption you have to your antenna. So be mindful of that. Be mindful of what you're putting into your body, what your diet is. If you're online all the time, if you're scrolling, if you're taking these things, I mean, that's so much. So much. Even the good stuff, it's still so much. You can't be clear unless you reduce a lot of those things. The more you reduce, the more that antenna is cleaned up. I say these things and I need to. I need to be better. I need to clean up the diet a little bit. It's better. So I need to continue. I need to consume less media. Yeah, I'd say we're a little bit better. It's only been 5 days in the new year. And then I would also say I don't take any pills or anything. The only thing I do is plant medicine. Hape, rapes, naga, mushrooms. A little bit of cannabis lately, which makes me really foggy. I don't really get a lot of fun out of it. I think I'm probably going to give it away. You know what else you need to? This I forgot about until I had some of it. This is the first weekend I've had quiet time and not have to be getting ready to go somewhere, going somewhere, doing something. The first weekend since before Thanksgiving. First couple of days since before Thanksgiving. You need time. If you don't have time to do nothing, to be bored, that would be like the negative, right? It's like having space in the now so you can't think. Otherwise, you're thinking about your schedule. If you don't have that, a lot of the other stuff's going to be really difficult too. Time of reflection, looking inward, super important. All right. I think I've talked a lot, but it's been a while. And a lot of what I say on here is not only helpful for myself, but it's helpful for everyone out there because I know what the struggle is like. And I know what it's like to be really calm and collected, know where I'm going, etc. And also be so busy that I can't even think. Drinking too much, eating too much, doing all the too much. I know what it feels like. And I hope this helps someone. Just one thing, take a minute to just taking some time to sit in it. Remember, these are all just vibrations. Whether you like it or don't like it, it's just a vibration. Try to resonate with it. Try to free it. Try to let go of it. And be like, oh, wow, that's all that is, huh? Cool. Use music, bowls, drums, whatever. Wherever in your body you feel like, you're like, oh, it's making me anxious. Sit with it. Breathe through it. Let it go. All right. Happy New Year. It's not a new you. Just a more chiseled out, clearer version of who you are. Rock on.